Hello everyone, this is Venus Brown back with another reaction to The Crown. This one is Season 6, Episode 5, Will's Mania. And I do believe this is where we're going to see all the hysteria for Will that we saw on the Part 2 teaser trailer. So does that also mean that Will has grown up a little bit, or are we going straight from the last point? It does say in the description that he's 15, but I don't actually know what age he was when Diana died. I guess we'll find out soon enough if it is the same time frame or if it is later. Alright, let's start the show. Freud. Problematic in his own right.
I like this one.
I do too. It's what's going on.
You sure you're ready for this?
Probably not, but there's nothing to it but to do it.
I just want you to move at your own speed.
This is my speed.
Let him start and see how things go. You will see what will creep up as things are going.
He couldn't get back to school and away from me quickly enough. Their idea of grief counselling would have been a cold shower and a long march cross country.
What's wrong with that? Better than having some awful fuss made.
We're different in that way.
Yep. Mummy and Daddy do not always have it right, and they do
They're
not
right.
always
Two
have the
deliveries.
answers.
Condolences.
Oh boy. There it
Mostly,
is.
I think, from young ladies.
And now it begins.
You know where I am.
Go through the ones that of people you are more likely to know first.
Andrew Hartley.
The name Andrew Hartley sounds familiar. It may just be the Hartley name.
Looking forward to having you back when you feel ready.
My friends tell me I am very pretty.
My friends tell me I'm very pretty.
I'm sure you'll look really sexy when you become king.
Oh my god. So appearance focused, which, of course, but...
I lost my mom last year to cancer, and I think about her every minute of the day.
And here it is, the introduction to The Crown, Season 6. Remember, if you like this content, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't done it already, click the subscribe. And if you would like more notifications later, click the little bell and click all. And here it comes, The Crown.
Should anyone asks you is how you're feeling, I'm fine.
You might want to ask some more drilling questions.
Golden wedding anniversary this year.
I wonder if they could do like a trial run at something smaller and then give him the opportunity again to not be present.
It tells me you've been pushing yourself hard.
He wants to keep himself busy,
I know
keep
distraction
his
helps.
mind on, distracting
A few
himself
years
with
ago,
other
my
things.
wife-
Was there anything else you wanted to see me about, sir?
Okay, so they're definitely older.
I filled it with champagne. Come on, you know you want to. Actually, I was going to say kind.
That's what's weird. How kind everyone's being.
Which is where he's gonna see all those girls.
The whole thing has a distinct feeling of deja vu.
Not as if I was given the best example.
It all changes with you. There were definitely certain things that I had a huge problem with. To try to counter that, I made a point to not do those things and tried the best I could to learn as much as I could, watching videos, reading books about child development, way to rear up your kid. One perspective is going to be very different from another. Those things do not have all the answers. That old saying that you'll hear your mom coming straight out of your mouth applies here. How to choose your battles. I think after a while, as you're going along, you start to form your own perspective of what works well for you in your situation. Anyway, back to the show.
Valentine's Day.
Ah,
Would you like me to dispose of them?
Thank you.
Visit Mummy's grave. Place some flowers.
I still want to know how long it's been. Because they've shown the boys as being aged up, yet they're acting like it was very recent.
Skiing holiday in Whistler.
Whistler is gorgeous.
I had
love
plans.
Whistler.
You think you know, but it's obvious you really don't know. I'll know when you know, and then I'll let you know.
Right.
Anywhere that anybody finds out.
To Whistler for a ski holiday.
So everyone's gonna know. Whistler is a tourist town. Very rural, but it is for ski trips and such.
He's shutting the place down to keep the girls out. Marry me, William! Fuck off. In the history of humankind, no one has ever screamed for someone with red hair.
Now, I doubt that's true, but I get where you're coming from.
William is officially a sensation. The world is gripped by Will's mania, with his blushes and demure smile. He shook my hand!
2,500 feet of thigh-burning hell.
Yes!
Oh gosh. The only skiing that we ever did in Whistler was like bunny slopes because we never had any experience with it before then.
I'm not the one with the image problem.
You're the one with the popularity, which is why you're being stalked. And yes, I would definitely call it being stalked. And the reality that their mother died because of this kind of shit.
Having that attitude towards the public.
Not ideal for a future heir to the throne. You can encourage, though.
You can encourage it all you want, but everybody goes through grief their own fucking way and their own fucking pace.
He needs to let it all out.
And shouldn't these kids be going through some counseling? I can't say unbiased, but they're an outside perspective on things. They're not right there in the middle of your personal private life, and they allow you to see your own stuff. If they're worth their grain of salt, they're getting you to work on your own problems. They're just helping to pave the way. Stuffed green peppers. Parents like the stuffed green peppers. Our adult children do not at all. They don't like cooked peppers, period. I don't think they like bell peppers at all, and they don't like onions. And it doesn't matter if they're caramelized or raw or sauteed, they do not like them.
Prince William, Your Royal Highness.
He looks so enthused to see his dad.
All your frustrations have been pointed at me.
Even when you don't intend for your anger to be pointed at a certain person, when you're hurting, it tends to point right at those that you are closest to.
Why on earth do you think I wouldn't want that?
Perhaps because you don't like to be reminded how we got to this point. Don't you think there might be a connection?
I hope you're not insinuating what I think you are.
I think you need to let him say what he has to say.
She should have been safe with us, and the fact that she wasn't is your fault. But you drove her into the arms of those that did by making her so unhappy.
There.
By loving someone else.
That, right there. I do wonder if any conversation, anything even close to this would have ever happened. I kind of doubt it, but...
We both know you struggle being upstaged.
Nonsense.
It's true.
It's definitely true.
I'm just like her. And you hate me for it.
William, look, I admit, I
patched up your differences. What planet are you on? She still loved you and only wanted to be in the south of France and not to be there when you threw a birthday party for the other one.
Ay, ay, ay. It sounds like they're saying sad one. Sad one. I was gonna say, are they gonna get to some kind of point? Or they're playing chess, so the long drawn silences are just a normal part.
One should never play chess with one's emotions, leaving you to deal with that legacy. What son can ever be angry with his mother?
Now she's gone, and all of her devotion is going to you.
I'm sure he's leveled at himself 100 times, as have we all.
We really feel the weight of that all the time.
One day, when your own son is staring at you with murderous eyes, and you're praying, maybe you'll remember this chat.
Did Grandpa take him to apologize to his father? At least it's all out. Because I think that's part of the grieving process. Pinning this shit up and then letting it out. And hopefully the die landing somewhere where you can piece things back together slowly and gradually to some different form that works, hopefully. Because you don't get to that point, then you just live your life all damaged and screwed up. Should definitely be thanking your father for that one, because that wouldn't be happening otherwise. At least the show's presentation of things. We know the Crown producers take their own allegiance with these events and whether the events even happened. Alright, so that was the end of Season 6, Episode 5. Lots of parental stuff going on there. Lots of dealing with feeling hurt and lashing out on those closest to you. And this is something I learned after my head injury. I was lashing out at my mom a lot. My mom and I have a challenging past, but that doesn't mean we aren't close. We are close. And when I had my accident, my mom was the closest to me, and my mom got the brunt of my hurt and anger and frustration. And I did have regular counseling then. I had a brain injury and I was a soldier, and they were not going to allow me to go through that without therapy. So I was definitely getting counseling and seeing several doctors on the regular. And one of the things that they told me when me and my mom explained the situation of me exploding on her multiple times is that with this hurt and frustration, with a head injury, that a lot of times it's the people that are closest to you that hurt will be focused at, even if you don't intend it. Unloading all the hurt and frustration and this belief of blame, the things that he eventually came out and said were the reason for him blaming his father. I think a young teenager going through that kind of grief, I think they're going to feel that kind of way. I think that's how they're going to process things. Not all of them, but some. And he's got to unravel that in whatever way he can. There's all kinds of causal factors that you could make a connection with somebody's death that isn't necessarily a direct cause. I think that's all I have for you this episode. I will see you next week. Bye.
Until next time, I'll see you when I see you. If you like this video, please click the like button. If you want more content, click subscribe. If you click that little bell and click all, then you'll get more content notifications.